Coach Bob back here with Week 4's office pool picks. Last week we had a 91 for points, and we got 12 out of 16 correct. Let's get to this week's picks. 16 on the San Francisco 49ers versus the Arizona Cardinals. San Francisco's playing at home, and they're minus 14 in this matchup. 15 on the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Washington Commanders. Philadelphia is playing at home. They're minus 7 in this matchup, and 9-3 straight up in the last 12 games against Washington. 14 on the Kansas City Chiefs versus the New York Jets. Kansas City's favored by 9.5 on this game, and they're 7-3 against the spread in the last 10 games against the Jets. 13 on the Dallas Cowboys versus the New England Patriots. Dallas is playing at home, and they're favored by 7 in this matchup. 12 on the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Las Vegas Raiders. The Chargers are at home in this game, and they're favored by 4.5. 12 on the New Orleans Saints versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. New Orleans playing at home in this game. They're favored by 3.5. They're 8-2 against the spread in the last 10 games against Tampa Bay. 10 on the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Houston Texans. Pittsburgh's on the road. They're favored by 3. They're 5-2 straight up in the last 7 games against the Texans. 9 on the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Atlanta Falcons. Jacksonville's favored by 3 on this one, and they'll play early Sunday morning in London. 8 on the Indianapolis Colts versus the Los Angeles Rams. Indianapolis is favored by 1.5 at this game and playing at home. 7 on the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Tennessee Titans. Cincinnati's favored by 2.5 in this matchup and 8-2 against the spread in the last 10 games against Tennessee. 6 on the Cleveland Browns versus the Baltimore Ravens. Cleveland's at home in this game and favored by 2.5 points. 5 on the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills. Miami's on the road at this game and catching 2.5 points. 4 on the Denver Broncos versus the Chicago Bears. Denver's on the road in this game and minus 3.5 points. 3 on the Carolina Panthers versus the Minnesota Vikings. Carolina's catching 3.5 points and playing at home in this game. 2 on the Green Bay Packers versus the Detroit Lions. Green Bay's catching 1 in this game, and they're playing at home on Thursday night. 1 on the Seattle Seahawks versus the New York Giants. Seattle's on the road at this game. They're catching 1.5, but they're 7-3 straight up against the Giants in the last 10 games. That's it for our Week 4's picks. Please let me know how you're doing in our comments section. Best of luck to you. Coach Bob signing off.